Yo, welcome to another edition of the Gentsmen podcast. This is episode 4. All right, episode 4. And today we're going to be talking about a couple of issues that I had seen on social media. But um, this week, I don't think I'm going to have any foolish Olympics because, hell, I can't really remember what's going on. And I ain't had time to pay attention. But if we do get to that, I do have something. It's probably going to be like just the bronze. I mean, not the bronze, just the gold and silver medal. Because I can't really remember what else. But anyways, jumping right into it. Hope you have had a good week, great week. My week has been all right. Um, we'll get a date, but by the time it comes out, it's gonna be so far and away from the date that I actually made this. Getting right to it though. Topics I want to talk about today is going to be people marrying less, as well as mental health and kids killing themselves. I seen Taraji P Henson, shout out to her. She had an address. I don't know exactly what it is, but basically talking to people. It looked like a meeting, maybe like a city council meeting or something like that. Can't really say. I drive trucks, so when I see it, I'll look at it, but I won't be able to really dig in deeper. I think I saw it on DL Hughley's Instagram. But anyways, getting into it, people are marrying less. All right. And a lot of it is men aren't wanting to marry like we once used to. Um, some of it could be, at least in my culture, some of it could just be the change in women, but as well as a lot of men want to be bachelors for life just because it seems more fun. Because I think more than ever, we're probably having a lot more sex now than we once was through, Instagram, social media. You can meet a female all the way in Cali, go all the way to Cali and smash if you really wanted to. So it's really not a need to get married. Also, the other thing is marriage is almost like a ripoff for the guy, especially if you're a rich guy. If you're a rich guy, marrying is almost like betting that you won't cheat, betting all your money you won't cheat, or betting half. Because if you cheat, she's getting half. Um, and that's unfortunate. Well, it's not unfortunate. If you cheat, she deserves what she wants. But also, you might not cheat, and she might just say, wake up one morning and might be like, you know what? I'm unhappy. Let me go down here and file irreconcilable differences. I'm finna get paid. But those are worst case scenarios. And some of it could be just guys just know that it's no way in hell that they're gonna be faithful for the rest of their life because the same old gets old after a while, and you kind of just be like, why risk it? So I think that plays a big role in society as far as like how um things are shaping out as far as maybe kids and other things in society, the music being made. But the music being made could also have a direct effect on things. I mean, if I'm a man now, honestly, well, I am a man now in these times. I'm clearly not in a relationship. I just got out of one not too long ago. My bad. Just got out one not too long ago. Well, February. So, uh, I've kind of been like, forget it, at least for now, and focus on trying to become a better man. And a lot of it, as far as like I think men, we need to find what makes us happy, find our passion, and then try to get try to settle down. I don't think we should be trying to settle down while we trying to find ourselves or find what we like to do, because you're gonna do a lot of things for that woman to make her happy, but and then you're gonna rely on her making her happy to make you happy, and it's not gonna work because it's not gonna work, bro. You gotta make sure you're happy first, and then um worry about settling down. And the reason why I say that is because I find that when I make me happy, I generally make other people happy. If I worked hard and I just got paid, and I got paid what I was supposed to get paid, and it's a lot more than what I usually get paid because I work extra hard, then I'm gonna be like, mm, let me grab the boys, we're gonna go out to eat. Or, excuse me, let me grab the female I really like, and let's go out to eat. Let's go bowling. Let's go to the indoor go-kart place. Let's go to Top Golf, right? I do that when I'm happy. And so naturally, I can't speak for all men, but the guys that I know, when they're happy, it's a trickle effect. Now, in my experience, I'm not gonna say this is how it is. In my experience, when I make my woman happy, it doesn't trickle back to me. It's not given back. And like I said, that's in my experience. So it could have been the women I've dealt with. Because I'm not gonna say all women are like that. That's sexist. I'm not trying to be sexist. So, as a man, focus on finding your happiness first, then get married. But I feel like marriage is so rigged, man. Me personally, I don't know if I can see myself getting married because, and I guess you can say maybe I'm a pessimist. Getting married, and if it don't work out after 5 to 10 years, and she get the house, we have a kid, I gotta pay child support, and I gotta pay spousal support. That's heartbreaking, man. Especially let's say 20 years. I'm 40. I'd be 45. Going through midlife crisis, and for that to happen, man, that's devastating. That could push you to being suicidal, you know? So I understand why men are marrying less. I can't explain why women are marrying less if they are. I just know for a fact men is marrying less. And what's crazy is I think a lot of women dislike men marrying less and committing less because you got red pill societies popping up, MGTOW, men going their own way, MGTOW. And I understand it as a man. I understand it because look, if you go on social media right now, right? You go on social media and you go to all the guys that give, I wouldn't even say guys, all the people who give relationship advice, marriage advice, bettering yourself advice. We know what they're talking about. You can comment below what you think they're talking about, what you see them talking about. And what I see is people giving all abundance of advice to women and telling them how to be better in relationships. But I don't see them giving that same advice to men. And don't get me wrong, a lot of women are getting screwed over every day. But it's probably not the same amount, but it's some men getting screwed over every day. Right? Um, in my culture, it seems majority of women like the bad guy, the guy with the edge, the hood guy, whatever, right? So all the good guys in my culture, they get messed over. They end up with the women that use them for their money or whatever else. If you're a good guy with money, she's probably with you for the money. Probably. Not all women. Not all. Not all. Some. Or, like I talked in one of my Yana videos, um, she picked you because you were the safe pick, because you are a good guy. But innately, she's not really attracted to you. She's just trying because she knows it's the right decision. But still, the bad guy turns her on more. The guy with the edge. The guy that doesn't commit. So it's all this, it's kind of like a big game of cat and mouse. And so a lot of men don't want to marry because of that. They don't want to get with somebody who's going to cheat on them, or they don't want to get somebody and cheat on them. So men are marrying less. And the other thing is the divorce percentages are horrible. So it makes you not want to get married as man or woman. But as a man, you know you risk to lose a lot, because if y'all be together for a while and y'all get a divorce, unless you had a good lawyer and you got a a prenup that holds some weight, you get divorced, you're gonna pay child support, you're gonna lose the house, and you're gonna pay spousal support. So most men don't want to marry because of that. As well as the I'm just gonna be honest, the quality of women has dropped because of, I don't know, I guess women want to be wild and free, and that's fine. It doesn't really bother me. Um, but that's probably affecting the women that don't want to be wild and free. Because the music is saying, give a F about a guy, you know, trying to have a hot girl summer. I mean, you do what you want to do at the end of the day. I'm cool with it. If women want to be like men and get around, hey, I'm fine with it. I'm happy for it. You know, that helps a lot, because the ones that don't, they some good women. And as soon as you bump into one of them, oh yeah, you got you one. But also, the issue of marrying less is affecting, I mean, it was affecting it before, but it's affecting our kids' mental health, because you got the baby mama drama, the baby daddy drama. The kid doesn't have the male figure in his life or the woman figure, because there are single dads out there. And so it's messing up this balance that we once had. And so you're starting to see the rise in kids killing themselves. Excuse me. Now, some people will say, oh, it's probably because they may be, LGBT and they're getting made fun of and all that. And some of that is true. Um, and I know Taraji P. Henson was asking in that address that she was making to whoever she was talking to, city council, whatever. It was a board or whatever board meeting, that we need to start talking about mental health in school, and I applaud that. Matter of fact, let me actually applaud that. If I got it, here we go. Keep putting my arm on the cord, and I applaud that. She's right. We should be talking about that in school, but as well, we should be talking about the bigger issue. The bigger issue is bad parenting, man. Bad parenting is why kids are killing themselves more and more. Yeah, it is not talking about mental health. It is that. But that's not the end all be all. The reason why it's not the end all be all because you can talk about it at school all day. We talk about a lot of things at school. A lot of it's bull crap, but we talk about a lot of things at school. But school isn't where you should be getting some of these things at. And now it's cool if you're getting them at school, but you should also be getting them at home. And I think the reason why we're seeing increase in kids killing themselves and it's getting younger and younger, because we got horrible parenting. Parents that don't know how to be parents. Parents that either don't believe in abortion and kept the kid or couldn't have an abortion because they couldn't afford the abortion. So naturally, they probably aren't giving the child the attention that the child needs. They aren't giving the child enough love. They aren't teaching the child that no matter what people say to you at school, that doesn't matter. And I think that's really what's going on, as well as people marrying less. So you're having a lot of kids out of wedlock. That's the issue. That's the real issue to me. I think I think we should probably make parents take how to be parent classes or something. I think that's what we really need, not just mental health being taught at school. Because guess what's taught at school? Sex ed in most schools, not all schools, because I know in Mississippi they didn't teach it. But in most schools where you have great learning, great education, they're teaching that. And guess what? People still aren't wearing condoms. People still aren't protecting themselves from STDs. People still aren't fully knowing the education of STDs and how it works. So not all of teaching things at school is going to make a difference, because if you don't pay attention in class, then what difference does it make if you teach it? So if you're going to teach mental health in school, you have to learn how to teach it in a way that's going to be beneficial to the kids, but as well as engaging. Because if you're going to teach mental health in school like how you would teach psychology in college, people aren't going to pay attention. Them kids is not paying attention, bro. They is texting. These phones also keep them distracted, bro. That's the other thing. When I say bad parenting, you got a lot of parents that hand these kids iPads and cell phones and they move away. Here, entertain yourself while I go do me. And these kids are watching God knows what on YouTube. You know, we done had the YouTube kid scandal where you had Momo telling them how to kill themselves and stuff like that. As well as people uploading other things, getting naked on YouTube and all type of other stuff. So that comes down to bad parenting neglect. That is neglect. When you give your kid a device to entertain themselves because you don't want to be bothered, it's bad parenting, man. And that's what's driving up the mental health with these kids killing themselves. They probably getting anxiety at an early age. They seeing death at an early age. Man, it's horrible at the end of the day. And I think people marrying less is tying into that, because people are marrying less, but we still having kids at the same rate, if not more. I mean, I could probably look that up, but it'd be hard to find a dependable site in the poll, you know, on time like this. But yeah, I think all that goes hand in hand. People marrying less, kids killing themselves more. That's equal bad parenting. You got mothers that hold their kids hostage over the father if he's with a woman, trying to move on, trying to find happiness. She don't let him see his kids, as well as vice versa. Um, if the father has custody and he doesn't agree with what the mother is doing, I mean, it's just all bad, and these kids are suffering. And I think the kids that are growing up now are gonna marry less because they seeing that their mom and their dad didn't work and all the things that went into that. Because kids are smart, so they pick up on things that we think they aren't picking up on, and they're gonna probably end up marrying less because they're like, man, if it didn't work before, why would it work now? I think people think we're evolving. I don't think we're evolving at all. I think things are getting way, way worse. Way worse. And I think that until we start looking in the mirror and being honest with ourselves and where the real issues are stemming from, at what point can we actually make our society better? You know, women want to be wild and free. Men don't want to commit. It's fine. But the gray area is the people that are lying to other people to get what they want. The people that are knocking people up or having other people's babies so they could try to get them to commit. It's not good. And until we understand these issues and do something about them, kids are going to continue to kill themselves. People are going to continue to marry less. And at the end of the day, the only people that are going to suffer from this is the generation after. Not before, not during, but after. I want to say for the foolish Olympics, man, I'm gonna do it. Um, I'm just gonna give one. The gold medal for this week's foolish Olympics goes to the Caucasian lady that thought she was finna get that hotel room after calling that dude the N-word. Like he said, it's above him now. Ain't no way you finna call somebody something over the phone, get there, and think you crying and apologizing because a family member died. It's gonna make things okay. Like, it doesn't work like that. Now, she should be happy that that wasn't a woman that she did that, because she might have got hands put on her. That's the one thing I will say about our strong black women. When they get offended, you call them some stuff like that, them fighting words. And when you pull up, it's it's on site. It's on site for real. So yeah, the gold medal for the foolish Olympics definitely goes to her because that's crazy. And the other part, the gold medal goes to her, but the silver medal goes to her daughter because her daughter wasn't like, "Oh my gosh, mom, why would you say that?" She was just like, "But our grandma just died." Like she was like, "Who cares? Like I don't care." You know what I'm saying? Like that's the norm. You can tell that's a family full of people saying the N-word. They probably when they went to that Best Western next door, they probably was like, oh my gosh, that N-word was just, he's just so dirty and he ain't nothing and he ain't gonna never be nothing. I'm gonna call corporate and get him fired. Cause they probably didn't know he was recording. Gotcha. He was recording the whole thing. That's why when he looked at the camera, he looked at the camera, he was like, and he looked up, I was like, oh yeah, son is a good one. He a good one, bruh. That was fun. Then he was like, it's above me now. I'm sorry. You shouldn't have called me the effing N-word. It's above me now. But yeah, that was your fourth episode of the Gentsmen podcast, man. I'm out. Finna finish drinking what I'm drinking. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think. This was a slow week, at least for me. I didn't really get to pay attention to a lot of things. Try to see what else. Did anything else happen? Oh, shout out to Chris Brown and Drake for that new song. It's fire. It's fire, bro. But I'm out. Peace.